Right, so let's get into it. There's only one place to start, Mr. Del Don, and that is Mr. Ebereche Eze. Talk to me.
There's a wait. First, I don't. You don't probably don't need to hear from him, mate. He's coming to your club. So how do you feel? I mean, you were talking about it last week. You were a bit disappointed that Arsenal haven't signed a couple of key marquee players. You've got one of them now. So how you feeling?
Mate, this is I haven't been this excited for an Arsenal signing since Declan Rice, and this honestly gave me Sol Campbell 2.0 vibes. That's how
Oh,
big of this.
really?
Not because obviously I know he's not a Tottenham player and he wasn't your captain, but just in terms of like every Tottenham
Stature.
fan thought he was going to Tottenham, and for us to come
Yeah,
in that last minute and just go, "Now you're coming here." But I just think he's a needle mover, mate.
yeah,
He is like if you look at the Arsenal team outside of Odegaard, who's been shit
yeah,
for a year and a half, we have
yeah.
no magic, we have no creativity,
Mm-hmm.
and he can cover like three different positions. Like even though he's not a left winger, he's immediately better than Martinelli and Trossard on that left wing.
Yeah.
We can play in the eight. So when we play against like a low block, instead of putting Rice in the eight, which I don't think is his position, we can play
Mm,
Odegaard and Eze, eight and 10, and beat that
mm,
low block. Or if Odegaard continues to play like shit, then we can just put him in the 10. So like for
yeah.
me, honestly, that's the one player I wanted all summer was him because I think he's that good.
Yeah, I reckon him and Declan Rice, mate. If they can gel and the chemistry's there, which it probably will happen, mate, it'd be good for Arsenal and for England, to be honest. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
honestly,
good combination.
I'm looking at the squad now, and the numbers are ridiculous now. Like, don't get me wrong, I still think, like, with Havertz being out injured now, I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but if he's out for a long time, we only have one striker. So
Mm.
I know it sounds a bit greedy to say I think we might need someone else, but yeah, I'm very happy though. I think that's a huge
I
sign.
reckon you got enough to. I reckon you got enough now in terms of squad depth to get to Christmas, and then reassess how you go from there.
Yeah.
I don't think you need. I need another
No,
person at the moment, to be
I
honest,
think
or striker.
because I've been listening to a lot of stuff online and people are saying, right, Arsenal have got no excuses now. You've had a 10 out of 10 window. I wouldn't call it a 10 out of 10 window because we haven't sold anyone. And I still just think we're missing an out and out left winger. Like my 10 out of 10 window would be to get rid of either Martinelli and Trossard, bring in
Mm,
a Rodrigo or a Leao, and then
mm,
I'd say that's a 10 out of 10. But
yeah,
in saying that, I can't complain. I'm very
yeah.
happy.
But you never know. Leao could be another signing for next season, right? You know,
Maybe.
because he's the sort of player you're going to need to spend up to 80, 90 million to get him over the line. So
Yeah,
he's
that's
going to be
it.
expensive.
So, but
But
I
yeah,
just,
mate. Look, congratulations on getting the sign. Obviously, devastated, pissed off, frustrated, but we were just slow, man. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but from what I read, I mean, I don't know why we just didn't table an aggressive offer. We wanted to wait for Palace's European game yesterday, and then obviously Arsenal have just swooped in and yeah, just
what's your feelings towards like Levy and Tottenham in general? Because the online kind of commentary is just absolute anger at Levy and just
mm.
saying this is just another example of how he runs the club so poorly when it comes to buying players. Like, are you in that field or are you a
I'll be honest with
Levy?
you, mate. It's so hard as a supporter to actually have a strong opinion of it. You don't know what's going on. Be honest, they only drip feed you what's going on. You hear rumors of what's going on. I don't know what Daniel Levy's been up to completely, so I can't actually put blame on him, and I don't want to put blame on anyone. I just think we've just been as a club. I'm going to put onus on the club itself because there's more than one person that makes these type of decisions, and we should have just been aggressive. If you want a player in this market, you just got to go, hard. And we needed someone like Izzy, even if we had to pay up to 65 million, even 70 million, I would have paid for him as well. But they were trying to probably negotiate a low ball, 60 million plus add-ons. That's not really going to, seal the deal. And that's proven it with Arsenal coming in. But yeah, mate, frustrated, but equally, I'm encouraged. I mean, last week's performance for Spurs against Burnley. I mean, I really enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
I'm going to harp on about our mate Richarlison, mate. He came in, 2 goals, overhead kick, scissor kick, mate. He was on fire. Kudos played great, and so yeah, disappointed to lose Eze, but look, got to move forward, mate. That's old news now. Let's go and find another new player and crack on with the season.
So where are you at then though from a point of like because I mean the window closes in what 12 days or something.
Yeah,
We're into week 2 of the season. You're severely short on where you need to be from a player point of view. So like I mean if you're sitting here right now, I know we touched on it last week, but what do you need to bring in between now and the end of the window for you to feel like we're going to be able to kind of carry on the positive finish to last season?
we need a replacement for Madison, mate. That's what we need.
Do you know, have
You
you
know,
got any ideas who you think that should be?
oh God,
The
God, there's
market's
rumors of
small now.
Rodrigo.
Like, who do you go for now?
I know that's the thing though. I mean, looking around domestically, looking internationally. I mean, looking into Italy, Germany, Spain. I can't think of any player, honestly, that I'd like. I mean, we lost White, Gibbs White, and that is the player. That is the actual only player I really wanted and felt that he could make a massive impact. Him and Eze would have just been an
Yeah.
absolute game changer for us, both of those signings. And we lost Gibbs White as well. So, mate, honestly, I'm not sure. Do not know. I'm a little bit perplexed in that regard, but I don't know what player would come in at this stage of the window as well. Everyone's pretty much over preseason now. The leagues have started. Everyone's kind of, ready to start the season. So any player that you get in the window now, mate, is going to be a player that's on the fringes of a team, and that's not what we want. We don't want fringe players. We need established players. We want players that are in demand, like Eze, and they're
Yeah.
not there. They're not. There's no one out there.
I just think it's crazy though. Like, if think about it, you won the Europa Cup, like you won the UEFA Cup last season. You're in the Champions League. You've got a new manager. There's a good feeling around the club. Like, I just don't understand how you're in a position where we're into week 2 of the new season. You can't buy a player. You can't replenish the squad, despite the fact
Mm,
you're a Champions League team. Like, it's just so frustrating, or it must be frustrating as a Tottenham fan to
mm,
think about the position you should be in based on where you're at right now and to think you just can't
yeah.
bring players in.
Do you know what I think might be happening? This is a bit of a theory that I've come up with. Thomas Frank's really good at working with the players that he's got and actually getting the best out of players. And again, I'm going to harp on about Richarlison, right? He's
Yeah.
got enough talent, enough good quality in that team. He's probably saying to Levy, do you know what? I can actually go through this season or the next 6 months, and maybe we go into the window in December. I think I've got enough to work with for 6 months. I reckon I've got enough good players because, mate, tactically, we're a very different team now, mate. We're going more for corners, free kicks, set pieces. I said this last week as well.
Yeah.
Um, so that might work in our favours, mate. I was watching a clip this week on Spurs, mate. They were just doing non-stop corners
I
um,
saw
in,
that.
in the training session, mate. And that's going to be our tactics now, mate. We're a pretty creative team. We play good football as well. But if we add that, like Arsenal did, Arsenal had about a season or two where they was doing those really good corner kicks where they just bunched together. And I think he scored over like 10 goals just doing a bit
Yeah.
of a change in your tactics. So we might just see that from Franks. So
So what did you like from the game on the weekend against Burnley, apart from Charleston?
What did I like? I just like the diversity in our game. I haven't seen the Spurs team do that before, where we were doing long throws, corners, free kicks. We were really threatening, and I saw a lot more confidence in the players
Yeah.
as well. Um, the players just seem to be enjoying their football. There seems to be a lot more solidarity in the team,
Yeah.
um, which I like. There's a really good spirit in the team, and I think this team is going to be a hard to beat team like Brentford were. And that's
Yeah.
what I like about the way Thomas Frank sets up. It really, makes his team work hard, aggressive, closing the space down. And I saw a lot of that from Spurs, and I really liked it. I mean, Romero's our captain. He's a little bit of a loose cannon, mate. But I said last week as well, mate, and I keep repeating that a centre back as a captain
Yeah.
is not a bad way to go. And
Yeah.
he's leading well.
I tell you what, you're more positive than I thought you were going to be, if I'm being honest, which is a good thing.
I'm in a good
Um,
mood today.
Yeah, well, it's Friday, isn't it? No, look, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't disagree. I just think when I look at the fact that if you look at Tottenham's season last year, the fact that they've got into the Champions League after finishing what did you finish last year? 16th, 17th?
18th.
No, not 18th.
I'm sure we got
16th.
18th last.
16th. But there's
16th,
20.
sorry.
Yes.
22.
Yeah. There's 20 teams in the Premier Leagues, and the bottom three go down. So you finish 16th, I think.
16th, sorry. Okay,
So
16. Yeah.
to
When did
think
you
that
get
you
18?
finished
Yeah.
16th, but you managed to get into the Champions League, I just would have thought Tottenham would have done their business to make sure they were set up for the season ahead. And I'm just a bit nervous for the squad, given that you've got Champions League football as well. But it's interesting to hear it from your angle that you feel relatively confident about it all,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is good, I guess.
Mate, I looked at our performance over the pre-season. Um, the team did pretty well, mate. I mean, against PSG, that was an encouraging performance.
Yeah.
Obviously beat you guys. We drew in Newcastle. We lost. I think we only lost one game in pre-season, mate. So it was not bad going.
Yeah. I mean, Arsenal, on the other hand, I mean, I watched that game. I got up for that game, and honestly, I mean, look, 100% to go to Old Trafford on the opening day of the season when that they were definitely, you could tell they were proper up for it and very, like, you could tell there was a really good feel good atmosphere around the stadium because of the new players. You know, Amarin's had a whole preseason under his belt, and this is a new Man United. So I knew they were going to come out and play well, but I didn't think they'd play that well. They played really good football, and we were awful, mate. Honestly, we
Mhm.
were like we got the goal from the corner, from the set piece, which is what we're known for now. But after that, I mean, we had a couple of breakaway moments, but again, Odegaard, just that final pass, either mishit it, underhit it, overhit it. We just going forward, I can't believe how poor we look going forward. Like defensively, very solid, but
Mhm.
going forward and going through that transition, we're diabolical, if I'm being really honest. So.
Yeah, but now, obviously, having someone like Eze, mate, he's going to spice things up front for you guys now, mate.
Yeah,
So,
my only worry is like I'm so over the moon with the signing of Eze, and I think he has the potential to be such a game changer. My only worry is that Arteta kind of ruins him, if that makes sense.
mm,
I just
it
hope
happened.
Arteta says, right, I've got a special player here. I'm just going to chuck him on that left-hand side, and he can do what he wants.
Yeah,
Because I think
yeah,
if he starts trying to turn him into this kind of workhorse, tracking back, sideline winger,
yeah.
what's the point?
Totally, totally. I would
So.
protect him, mate. Put Declan Rice, get someone else around him, and just give him the license. Just say, look, between the halfway line and the box, that's all your area, mate.
Yeah.
You just get the ball to him quick, and just let him create magic.
Yeah, so the game was terrible, but at the end of the day, if you can go to Old Trafford and get a win and play that badly, then
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain too much. What I really want to see now is how do we now play at home against Leeds United? You know, I want to see some goals, I want to see some creativity, some fluidness through that front line. And I've got to
Mm.
say, Gyökeres again, I know it's first game in the Premier League away to Old Trafford, but mate, honestly,
You
oh.
loving him?
He looks like a rugby player trying to play
Yeah,
football. Like he's so big and cumbersome. It was not a
yeah.
good day at the office for him. Like he had one opportunity. I don't know if you saw the highlights, but he had one opportunity where he kind of ran through the channel and had this moment to kind of be one-on-one with the defender and just he basically just got the ball stuck between his feet, fell over
Oh,
and
no.
gave a foul away.
Oh,
And
oh,
it
bit
wasn't
clunky.
pretty. So
Yeah.
he needs a goal this weekend, I think for sure.
Yeah, what was that Danish guy that used to play up front for you guys? Is it Bentner?
Yeah,
Bentner.
Bentner.
Yeah, same sort of stature as him. Yeah,
Yeah, so that wasn't great either. But like I said, I'm trying to just put it down to the fact it was the first his first game in the Premier League.
yeah.
And then
But like you said, mate,
other results, we I had a look at our predictions. I won week one, so I got
did
seven.
you?
Yeah, I got seven right, and you got six.
Whoa, that's not bad going.
No, so I think yeah. I got seven out of the however many there were, and you got six.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was the Sunderland. Oh no, we both picked Sunderland. Um, I don't know, but yeah, so it was close call. But
Yeah.
was there anyone from week one that stood out to you outside of our tips?
Who stood out for me for week one?
I think
Yes. Who was it?
Man City looked pretty
Man City look
sexy.
good. Yes, Man City look good, mate. Yeah. Who's the new player that they've got that
Yeah,
they
that
scored as
Reinders
well?
guy. He's a
Yeah,
ball.
mate. He looks good. Yeah. Yeah,
He is
he
a
looked really good,
baller.
mate.
And
They
like I
got
said
some
to you,
AC Milan.
yeah. And like I said to you last week, Haaland to me, I feel like he's got a chip on his shoulder this season. I think he could be
He's got a point to prove.
problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, Man City did look good, mate. And again, it's only Wolverhampton as well. Wolverhampton, I'm nervous for them this season, to be honest, mate. They look really, really easy to beat.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of players as well. So yeah, they're going to be struggling. But yeah, Man City look good. I mean, for Liverpool as well, they look, not sure. I'm still not convinced, mate. All these big signings, I'm not sure.
The problem with Liverpool is they're just going to outscore you 9 times out of 10. Like if you look at that game against Bournemouth, okay, they had they Bournemouth brought it back to 2-2, but Liverpool were almost guaranteed to score a minimum of 2 or 3 goals a game.
They look down and out, mate. I watched that game and literally look down and out, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
They were, yeah.
So I don't know. I honestly I have no idea. Like on paper, if they get EZEC, I still think that's ridiculous. They're still my
That, mate,
favorites as it stands.
I was going to say debacle with that, right? It's been so messy, honestly. It's just getting ridiculously out of hand.
I don't think he'll go now. I think the fact that Newcastle came out and made that public statement after he put up his little Instagram post, I,
Mm,
I don't think they're going to sell him. I think they're going to make him just sit it out or come back into the team. I think they're going to hold firm.
yeah. Well, we had the same issue. Well, Napoli had the same issue with Osimhen, right? You
Yeah.
know, you have to. It's a big risky game when you do that, mate. We put him out on loan to Galatasaray and then eventually sold him and stuff like that. It's just a shame, mate. I mean, he's obviously going by, they've obviously given him a word that, they'll, if a big club comes in, they'll sell him. And then, they've
Yeah.
gone to the old chase. Do you know, it's the typical situation you get with your employer, right? Your manager promises you a promotion or a
Yeah.
salary increase or something like that. And then it doesn't happen. And then, they just go back to the employment contract to say, sorry, but nothing was written down. So yeah, nothing much I can do. And, that's, for someone like Isaac, I reckon that's upset. Oh, it's obviously upset him and hurt him, right? Where they haven't they
Did you
haven't
see?
delivered
I
on
don't
the
know because
promise.
the problem with the internet now is like I don't know what's real and what's fake. But did you see? I read something that Eddie Howe actually came out and said he challenges him to do a lie detector test because he reckons that well because apparently the Newcastle are saying at no point did they ever offer him say to him you can go.
Wow,
So
wow.
it's messy. It is very
And the
messy.
thing is, that mate, the fact it's in the media as well, and everyone's seeing it and hearing it, it looks really messy. I mean, but I'm seeing people blaming his agent as well, the way it's been handled as well. Because
Yeah.
he signed, didn't he sign a new contract as well? And apparently in that contract there wasn't a break clause.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is he's got 3 years left. And my
Yeah,
understanding was he wanted a bigger contract at the end of last season or the beginning of last season, and he didn't get it because there was like a handover in terms of footballing directors. So something's broken down somewhere, and it's a shit show now, to be honest.
yeah.
What about moving into this week? Who have you boys got? Oh, you've got
We
City.
got City, the early kickoff game. Yeah. Well, there's a game. There's a game tonight. So West Ham, Chelsea tonight. That's going to be a juicy one. Well,
All
West
right.
Ham, yeah, West
Why don't
Ham
we
don't look
why don't we
promising.
run through our predictions and then we can have a quick chat on our individual games. So
Yes,
West Ham, Chelsea, who are you going for?
I'm going to say Chelsea 4-1.
Oh, one. Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
West Ham looked proper average.
yeah.
I'm also going to go with Chelsea, Man City, Tottenham.
We've got a really good record against Man City. I mean, this
Amazing.
fixture last year we beat them 4-0 at home, and then the return fixture at our ground they beat us 1-0. I'm going to go with a Spur. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw.
Oh, I mean, I know you have a good record there. I think Man City, I think they'll start extremely well, Man City, and I think they might peter out as the season goes on. I'm gonna have to go. I have to go with a City win there for me.
Really? Okay, we're
Sorry,
going to
buddy.
test it, mate. I reckon this is going to be a test for them, mate. Last week was a walkover. Yeah, I reckon we test them.
Bournemouth, Wolves.
But this is going to be a fucking. Both of them are terrible at the moment, right? I mean, they're both having a shocker. Sold a lot of players.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go with Bournemouth.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Bournemouth too. I'm gonna use the home advantage as what gets them over the line there. Burnley
Yeah.
against Sunderland.
Burnley, Sunderland.
Jamie
Oh,
Carragher said Burnley didn't actually play too bad against you lot. I don't know what you think about that, but.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't see anything exceptional from them. I mean, they played all right, but yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Sunderland.
Mate, I'm going Sunderland. I told you that
Yeah,
I've picked them
yeah,
to stay up, and I don't know if you
yeah.
watch. I don't know if you saw the highlights of their game against West
I
Ham.
did see the highlights. Yeah, they
Mate,
look good, mate. They
they
look
look
good. Yeah.
fast, aggressive.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
So you're going with Sunderland?
Sunderland. Yeah.
Right.
Sunderland.
Me too.
Sure.
Brentford at home to Villa.
That's a tricky one, mate. I might just go Brentford.
Right, I'm going Villa
I'm
on
not
that.
hearing and seeing much of Aston Villa either, right? Aston Villa have been a bit.
I think Villa are in that awkward spot where they haven't really signed anyone, they haven't really sold anyone. They're just kind of same, same.
Yeah.
And I don't know
Exactly.
what's going on with Martinez. Like, is he going? Is he staying? The
No, mate. He's
goalkeeper.
a good goalkeeper. I'm surprised he's not been snapped up.
I think he'll go to Man U.
And Donnarumma as well. Two good goalkeepers. I'm surprised no one's taken them, mate.
No. Arsenal Leeds.
Arsenal leads. Oh, I don't hate to say it. I reckon you guys going to smash them. Yeah, Arsenal.
Okay. Palace against Forest.
I'm going to go with my friends in South London, man. I'm going to go Palace win.
Mate, this is a tricky one. Like they've just lost Eze,
Yeah.
but they're at
Who are you going to go?
home. But they did just play, they played yet they played today, so they could be a bit tired.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna
They
go
won
with a
1-0. Did
draw.
you see that?
Huh?
They won 1-0 in Europe. First
Yeah,
game in
they won
Europe.
1-0 Mateta. That's a player you should be going after. Mateta. No? Not convinced?
I think, do you know what? So I think some players just need to stay at their club. Like,
Yeah.
you know the guy that Man United signed, Mwambo,
Yeah.
mate. I reckon that's a terrible signing. The money they spent on him. I watched the Man United game as well with against Arsenal. He played pretty average against you guys.
Yeah, he was on the ball a lot. He just didn't have a lot of end product on the day.
No,
But
and mate, I noticed a bit of friction between him and
Cunha.
the guy that's yeah, I
Yeah, well,
could see, mate. I
they're
could see
both the same kind of player, aren't they? They're both
yeah,
kind
I
of
could see the
wide
body
10.
language, mate. I reckon them two are gonna have a falling out, mate. I don't know. It just didn't look right, mate.
That
Even in the
Cunha's
tunnel, right?
that
Yeah,
Cunha's a bit mental though. I mean, he gets in a fight
yeah,
over anything.
yeah.
Everton, Brighton.
Everton, Brighton. How did Everton play last week? I mean, Grealish, they lost, didn't they?
They
First game
did.
of the
They lost
season.
1-0
Yeah,
against away to Leeds.
yeah.
But I think first game in their new stadium at home. I think I'm gonna pick them to sneak a win against Brighton.
Who did you say against Palace Forest? Did you go Palace or Forest?
No, I've gone a draw.
Or draw? Okay, fair enough. That's a good shout. I'm gonna go draw then Everton Brighton, I reckon.
Okay. Fulham at home to Manchester United.
I'm gonna go United.
Oh, are you? I've got to
Yeah.
say, if they can play like they played against us and actually, create some decent chances, then yeah, I'm gonna go United as well. And then the big game of the weekend. Have you seen that?
Mate, mate. Mate,
Oh,
but you just when I see this fixture, do you remember these fixtures
yeah,
back in the day, like
the four
Stan Collymore,
threes, the
yeah, the
fours,
four threes, man.
the
Those
Kevin
games, mate,
Keegans.
honestly. But for a neutral, mate, they were outstanding games, mate.
Do you
Honestly,
agree that was the best era of the Premier League?
100%, mate. Definitely. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was just next level.
It
God,
was, mate.
that is that game has so much spice,
Yeah. Do you
and
know
it's
what's
a
just going through my mind? When Stan Collymore scored the winner and his celebration, like he was just running up on
yeah,
his toes. And
yeah.
I was like, wow, what a game. Imagine being at a game like that, Nick. Like the feeling, the
Oh,
euphoria.
mate.
Yeah.
I would love to go to a match. I'd honestly one of my bucket list things to do is to go to either a big game at either a Liverpool or a Newcastle. I think those two
Oh, mate.
stadiums.
Do you know, hopefully one day we can go. I'd love to go to St. James's Park. I've never been. I went past it, the stadium, but never went to watch a game. I'd love to. I've been to Anfield. Anfield is beautiful. Do you know
Yeah.
what? I think, I mean, it's got so much history, that ground, and it's located in a beautiful part. I think they've outgrown the state. They need a massive stadium, mate, because it's pretty right. It's a nice stadium, but for the amount of supporters they get there, mate, yeah, they should be at an Emirates or at Tottenham's ground, White Hart Lane. Well, it's not even White Hart Lane, but Tottenham's ground.
Yeah.
They need a big stadium, mate. But yeah, it's a great ground to be at, definitely.
Oh,
And I have to say, not just saying this because Arsenal are rivals, but it's soulless though, mate. Emirates,
What, the
seriously, mate.
Emirates?
It's
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
is.
But the problem is,
And
how do you these new stadiums? I don't actually understand how you give them soul because they're just these big, huge buildings which are designed for more than just a football match. So,
support, mate, it's your supporters that give it soul, mate. You guys got to sing, come up with better chants.
oh, yeah,
That's
but I
that's
think
what.
we've improved over the last two couple of seasons.
Yeah, you need to, mate. I mean, look, mate.
All right, mate,
Yeah. Do you know what would be amazing, right? If we could do a bit of a
chill
stadium
out.
tour, like, mate. Crystal Palace's ground. Like I remember going there as a kid, Nick, and their ground was solar. It was nice. It was come on, you Palace, like a few little chants here. But you go there now, they got the ultras behind that goal, and those guys do not stop with the
Yeah.
drum hanging away. You know, you go to Spurs, you go to mate, go to Sunderland. Yeah,
We 2 years ago we had the Ashburton Army, which was that down at the clock end, all the guys dressed in black, and they had the drums, and that was the year that we took Man City to the 1 point. And that year, for me personally, obviously I was watching it on the TV, but we had a proper atmosphere, and all the fans were saying that's the best I've ever seen it. But they reduced the tickets of the Ashburton Army, and now there's only like a handful of them, and it's gone back to being a bit of a anyway.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
it
Newcastle,
ruins it, mate.
Liverpool. What are you doing?
Fuck
What are you doing? What are you saying? Talk to me.
Liverpool.
Nah, I'm going Newcastle, mate.
Really?
I think
Mate, if they had Isaac, then yes, a Newcastle, but they don't have him.
I get you, but I think the anger and like the determination from the Newcastle players to just be like,
And the supporters, mate, they're
and
gonna
the
be.
supporters.
Oh man,
I tell you what, if
that's gonna
Liverpool, if
be.
Liverpool go up there and get a win, considering the context of everything that's going on right now, that's a proper away win.
Oh mate, it's gonna be a juicy game that one, mate. Do you know
Uh,
what? Going back to your previous question, I actually like that new Liverpool striker they got.
yeah,
What's his name, mate?
Ikiteke, Ikiteke.
Ikiteke. I
He,
like him, mate.
yeah,
Yeah,
me
he's
too.
handy, mate. He's a tall. He's good with his feet. And he obviously scored in his debut as well, mate. But yeah, I really liked it, mate. He was impressive.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
his
he's,
debut.
I think he's very good. It's just whether he's
Yeah.
ready to kind of deliver on a consistent basis for the whole season. Because how old is he? He's like 21, 22.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually worried in that game because Salah was a little bit quiet, mate. And then once Liverpool got into the league, Kaiser comes on and scores. You see Kaiser's goal. He's so happy.
Yeah, he was.
Poor
But
guy, like he's scored in the Premier League, all up, mate. And good goal. I was so happy for him, mate. Honestly, being a Italian as well, mate.
it's
World
a
Cup.
shame when you see players like that who were so good and then just due to some injuries, some bad luck, bad form, and within 18 months, everyone's kind of just writing them off as because
Yeah, he just
most
didn't get a
Liverpool
run, mate.
fans would have been happy for him to walk out the door this year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Juve were all over him, mate. He could have went, mate. I think he done well, mate. He decided to stick it out and give it a good crack. So, hats off to him, mate.
Yeah,
But yeah, then Salah, mate, gave him half a chance, long ball over the top, cuts in on the right, and then typical Salah, mate. Beautiful finish, mate.
mate.
That's what you got to give those world class players, mate. Half a sniff.
That's why for me that's why I still put Liverpool ahead of Arsenal because I think Liverpool have two world-class players, no, three world-class players. And I don't think, if I'm being brutally honest, I think Arsenal maybe at a stretch have one.
Yeah, and
Van
look, mate, to
Dijk, Alisson, and Salah. I think they're
win.
three genuine world-class players. When I look at Arsenal, I think the only one who's got a claim at being at world-class level on form right now is Saliba.
The Lieber. I thought he was going to go Rice. What's your thoughts on Rice? Did he have a good season last year for you?
He had an okay season. I think he had a better season the year before. No, that's actually unfair. I think he had a very good season last year, but he played shocking against Manchester United. He didn't look 100% fit to me, but he's
Really?
he's massive for us.
Mm,
It'll be interesting to see because I don't think he's an eight. I don't think he should be in that eight role. I think he should be a six. But obviously, we've just
six.
signed Zubimendi, so
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see. Because for me, I would play Eze in that eight role.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
So I think it'll be interesting to
Or a
see how.
10.
Yeah, all the 10.
Is it?
Honestly, it
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me if by the halfway point of the season, our midfield is Zubimendi, Rice, and Eze in the 10, and Odegaard could be
yeah,
bench. Honestly,
yeah.
that could be
I
how.
reckon he does. He probably needs something to shake him up a little bit, mate. He looks fatigued, mate. He's played a
Yeah,
lot of games. Yeah, he needs. I don't know. He needs competition, and this is probably going to be good for him.
yeah,
And yeah,
I
he
agree.
might come back a good player because, mate, Odegaard, mate, he was touted to go
Oh,
to Real Madrid, right? Or did
mate,
you get him from Real Madrid? He was a
we got him from
big
Real
club.
Madrid two
Yeah,
seasons ago. 2 seasons ago, he was our best player, and in
yeah,
my opinion, that season where we went 1 point off City, he was De Bruyne level. But he's just
yeah.
fallen off a cliff since then. Last season, he was terrible, terrible.
Mm,
Um,
it's crazy how that can happen, mate.
Mate, I think we're going to get kicked off Zoom in a minute because I think you get 40
Yeah.
minutes.
All
So
right, mate.
we
All
might
good.
we might have to wrap it up and make sure that next week we've got some better solutions from an internet point of view.
Yeah, we'll try and yeah, maybe why don't we pay for the
Yeah,
subscription for
I
the
was
other
gonna
one?
say I
Yeah,
was gonna say we'll
let's do it.
pay. I'll pay for the subscription and then
Yeah, let me know what I owe you.
yeah, I will do. And then I think it's just bad luck. We've obviously had a dodgy internet day down here, so
Yeah, no, we've had it in Sydney as well, mate. It's been terrible.
um okay, all right. I mean we can keep
Can you hear
chatting
this?
until it,
Can you hear
huh?
this? Can you hear the music?
No. Can you hear this?
I can't hear my music.
No, here. Can you hear this? Tell the world coming.
I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
Eze,
Mate,
baby!
mate, do you
Eze!
know what? Please do me a favor. If you edit this video one, please play the Commodore's Easy, please, mate. Honestly, it's such is a song, mate. That's why I'm easy.
You know what it
Ah.
is, mate? We finally got a baller. We've actually
Yeah,
finally got a proper baller. And
mate.
he's
Mate, honestly,
he's saucy, mate. He's so
he
saucy. I
is.
just think
He
he's
is,
such a
mate.
good player.
He's going to be good, mate. Honestly, in the changing room, mate. He's a good signing, mate. He's a yeah. You've done well, mate. Do you know the other thing that just on reflection, I'm like, because I look, I when I played football, mate. If I got rejected from a club, so he got rejected from Arsenal,
Yeah,
and then he went around to about 4 or 5 clubs, and they didn't get signed, and then he got his break with QPR.
yeah.
Why would you go back to? I know you support Arsenal. Why would you go back there after being rejected?
But
That is what
would
I want to know.
but isn't that the kind of perfect story though? To go back to the club you grew up supporting that you love, who said you weren't good enough, and to go, yeah, but now I'm going to show you and take you to potentially the Premier League or the Champions League. Don't you think that's? I
Nah,
get
see,
what you're saying, but so
yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying you'd just be like, don't talk to me. You bin me.
yeah, exactly. I'd be more inclined to like my view would be, you know, you didn't want me at that time. You didn't believe in me at the time. Now I've gone a bit of a journey. Obviously, I've made a name for myself at Palace and stuff like that. Now you want me back now. And I also think his profile at Spurs don't have Harry Kane, Sonny. We don't have a key marquee player. You guys still got a lot of big Saliba. You've got Declan Rice. So he's going to be one great player amongst a lot of great players. But at Spurs, we don't have as many great players, right? So
Yeah,
he could actually have gone there and been the poster boy for Spurs. And you know, yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
I hear
And
you.
I hope for footballing purposes, I hope he does well. And it'll be good for him to do well. But I just think, if I was his agent, mate, I would have given him, yeah,
I've got to
just
say
give him.
though, like I rate the fact he's gone to Arsenal because I agree with you. Like if you look at the Arsenal squad. That's a much harder first 11 to get into. But I genuinely, for me, he's probably the biggest signing Arsenal made in a long time. Like, I reckon he walks into that dressing room and he looks around and goes, nah, I'm the guy who's taking us to where we've been trying to get to. That's how I feel about it. I feel that strongly that
It's a lot of pressure for him, mate. Massive
it is a
pressure.
lot of pressure, but don't you think he just seems like such a confident calm
He's
dude.
very, yeah, yeah. I don't think anything phases him, mate. I don't. Yeah, he looks really, yeah. What's the word? Like, it just nothing phases him, right? He just takes
Nah.
it in stride.
Like he scored in the FA Cup last season. He scored in the quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final.
And fine, I know. Yeah,
And honestly, I think we're playing Liverpool next week at Anfield. It would not surprise me if he picked up the ball on the half turn, somewhere in and around the halfway line and just
Tony Yeboah.
drill, 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 boom, bottom corner,
Yeah,
and just went like
yeah,
this.
mate. Do you know what? Just when you just said that, man, I'm just like, fuck, the Premier League is so good to be back, right? Mate, another juicy tie. Arsenal, Liverpool, mate. You can't
Mate,
get better than that.
no, I
Liverpool,
do.
Newcastle,
Do you,
mate. It's
do
gonna
you know
be,
what I'm really looking forward to? You're probably not going to like this, but the social media team at Arsenal need to
yeah.
do something dirty with this Eze announcement video. I'm thinking Sol Campbell, a limo rocks up at like White Hart Lane. Eze
Yeah,
gets in, the little
yeah.
window thing comes down, you see some eyes, and
Oh,
he
mate, that'll be gold.
drives into Highbury or wherever, and he goes, "Thank you, sir," and then Sol Campbell just tips the hat.
Oh, mate, if they did that, mate, you need to write a request into them, mate. That'd be so funny, mate.
They
Honestly,
have to do
yeah,
something filthy with this announcement video.
yeah, they have to, mate. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of good content there, material you can do there, mate.
We'll sign off on this though, and
Yeah,
again, this is me being pretty nice to you, but I do think that if there's one manager that I would have to say can get Tottenham through this season with a small squad, I think Frank was a very good signing. He might end up being your best signing of the season.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Sometimes you don't need to go outwards, mate, to make a team better, mate. Look
Yeah.
inwards, mate, and work with what you got, and that's what Franks would do, mate. Mate, honestly, I haven't, mate. I can't even tell you the last time I've seen. And mate, when we signed Richarlison, I was like, what the fuck are we fighting this guy? I don't rate him. But and I said this to you, like in pre-season, mate, I've never seen this before. The ball's getting played and he's hitting it first time. Mate, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna put my neck on that. He's gonna score more than 15 goals this season, Richarlison.
You
More
do
than
realize
15.
you didn't even put Tottenham in the top six?
I know. I'm actually regretting that. I did reflect after the
Tell you
conversation. But
what, I'll
anyway,
make it. I'll make a deal with you. Once the transfer
yeah,
window's finished, we get
yeah,
another shot at naming the top six.
yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. Or you could change, maybe have a little change, like
Yeah,
fantasy football league. You can have a bit of a,
you can have
change.
a
Yeah.
tweak.